I really don't believe in giving advice. I believe in taking action. So if men in the room want to join us now, if you can please stand up. All the men in the room.
Oh, I love that.
So we'll take a solidarity pledge on he for she, and all the men. So repeat after me. I pledge to respect the fundamental human rights all women and girls as equal, and in solidarity I stand to achieve a planet 50-50 by 2030. Thank you very much. So I think the advice is outdated. We need to take action. I think for us, I've been having this conversation on masculinities for 21 years. I wrote an adolescent boys life skill manual in India, and I think where my country is headed, it's a complete failure. I think the advice is that we need to work with men and boys on the life cycle. There's an article I wrote in Catalyst. You can look that up. It's really to understand that during the early childhood development, what is the way by which we are raising our infant boys? How are we raising our boys, especially adolescent boys, when there is again brain development and rewiring? The young men sitting around with the 1.8 billion young people in the world, and men who are middle-aged, and that's why I love, go back to the P&G ad I was telling you, which I love in India, where this old patriarch suddenly goes back and reflects, I did not contribute in the domestic, household chores. So take action, really question your own bias. And I don't believe in unconscious, it is a very conscious bias. So let's don't fool by saying unconscious bias. Call spade a spade. Understand that you have the entitlement, and working on gender equality doesn't cut it. When you work on gender equality and stand on nurturing and caring with your children, your 3 daughters or my daughter, whatever, it changes your life. So I would say very clearly that, I think the biggest advice is that you are in your private sector domain. I think private sector, where it stands, is mostly patriarchal. And I think you need to question all dimensions, so we encourage you to sign up to the Women's Empowerment Principles. Look at really joining that 50-50 call, which Catalyst has been making for decades. Make sure we achieve that. But also, when you're introducing paternity leave policies, make sure the men who are taking on the paternity leave policies are also given enough training and capacity to understand the masculinity trait of nurturing and caring. Because when we are growing up as men, we've done everything by giving those guns and that violence to actually cut our trait of nurturing and caring, which is not only good for women and girls, but also good for men and boys.